So my name is Beth Ford. I'm campus minister here. It's my 5th year at St. Joe's. And my area in campus ministry is local service and social justice programs.
Your lies. And now my heart stumbles on things I don't know.
It's a long story, but so I'm a graduate of St. Joe's, and now I work here in campus ministry. After I graduated, I did full-time service work with the Jesuit Volunteer Corps in East Africa. For 2 years I taught high school, and it definitely changed the way I looked at the world and myself and all that. So I really think that being immersed in a community is really important, and to develop relationships with the community is really important, whether it's in Africa, halfway across the world, or your backyard, you know, and that's why I love being back in Philly and helping students just get immersed in the community and involved. I have for the past 2 years actually volunteering with Students Run Philly Style. It's a mentoring program for high school and middle school youth through running, and so basically you train and run practices with youth from high schools and middle schools in the city, and you train for races. So you start with 5Ks, they run the Broad Street Philly Half Marathon, and then some of the kids end up running the marathon. And
That's
so
awesome.
That was like my best accomplishment last year, was running with our students in the Philly Marathon. I'd never run a marathon before, most of the kids hadn't, and it was great. It was the greatest day. You know, I'm just gonna say the first thing that comes to mind. I mean, that was a huge thing last year. But really most influential, I think, was when I was a student here. I took a service learning class, and I volunteered at an after-school program in Kensington and North Philly, and you know, just tutor the kids there. And it was my first real experience of service, and you know, it really opened my eyes and changed me in a way that was really influential. So it's like, it has a place in my heart, even though it was so long ago. Ooh, what fuels my passion? That's a good question. I think it's, you know, I'm a campus minister, so I'm going to use faith language. I think it's the way I see God, but the way I see God in everyday life and people, and there's a wonderful goodness that I discover, especially through service, especially in places where people might least expect it, and I just have over time developed this kind of wonderful sense of community, even with people I don't know, through these service relationships and through just relationships with colleagues and students too. You know, and I really see God there, and that keeps me going. Not exactly.
Okay.
What's my favorite thing about this job? I think this is what I usually say, and it's really true. It's being able to be with students as as you all are having these experiences in life in college. Like, they're very transformational. It's a time of change and growth in college, and I love being there for the ride. You know, and facilitating experiences that help that growth and transformation. I love just being there and hearing the stories of students as they're kind of struggling with things or growing with things. I love it.